Christy Forsyth with Clarity, and I'm here for you today with your energy report and live tarot reading. So, this energy right now, we've been going through it, and we have, I think it's 6 planets in retrograde right now, but Mercury has gone retrograde. And for those of you that are familiar with this, even people who aren't familiar with astrology, a lot of people know about Mercury retrograde because it is a thing that people tend to dread. It happens a few times a year, maybe 4 times a year, and it's something that people tend to look at and dread, because what happens is a lot can go wrong during Mercury retrograde. We can have a lot of issues related to communication with others can be challenging. We can have struggles during this time. Tends to be a time when the shit hits the fan. There tends to be issues with technology. There tends to be issues with travel. This is not usually a great time to sign a legal contract or start something new. This is a time that we're meant to take a pause. Hi Chelsea, thanks for watching. And so this is a time of pause, of a lot of energy, and I just love the term that it's an energetic shitstorm, because it is kinda, we have a lot coming our way, and it doesn't necessarily feel fantastic. And this is going to be a period where you're going to want to take a little bit of extra rest. You're going to need it. You're going to feel emotional. You're going to feel like you're going through a lot. You're going to feel like a lot is going wrong, or chances are you are going to feel those things. And I feel like right now, a lot of the energy right now is just very not grounded. Like I'm finding a lot of people who are coming in for energy work, or people that I'm connecting with, are not feeling grounded, not feeling connected to their bodies, not feeling really fully present. And so you want to make sure that you do things to get grounded. One of my favorite ways is to eat a piece of chocolate. Maybe a piece, not lots of pieces, but it's a great tool to use for grounding. You can also imagine that you're growing tree roots out of your legs and out of your feet, and grow that into the ground, and imagine pulling up the earth energy into the body, so that you are allowing yourself to feel connected to your body and to feel connected to the earth. Standing outside, connecting to the earth, those kinds of things are other ways that you can help yourself to feel grounded. So if you're feeling off, if you're feeling like just disconnected right now, grounding is going to be the way to go. So get yourself out for a walk, try those things, or maybe just spend some time laying in bed with some chocolate. I don't know. But let yourself just kind of take some time to rest and relax and step away from the hustle and bustle. And I recognize that this is not always possible. A lot of us are very busy. And so adjust your schedule accordingly. If you can take a little bit of extra rest, do that, work that in. You're going to feel more tired. You're going to feel more emotional. You're going to feel like you need to do that. You guys would not believe how many text messages I get on a regular basis that just start with effing Mercury retrograde. And then people launch into what's going on with them. And I get a lot of messages about retrograde. And we just have to be patient, and we have to find the gifts in it. I think through this period of time, we really have to look for the lessons. What am I learning? How can I grow through this? How can I allow myself to grow from this? And let ourselves feel it, don't fight it. If you're feeling something, cry. If you're, express it. Talk about it. Communication might be more challenged right now, so you might want to wait until you're more calm to express it, but do something to express it. Do something with those feelings that's healthy and a good way to cope, so that you're not hanging on to all of these emotions. But don't try to fight them. Don't try to stuff them down. Don't try to ignore them, because they will come exploding out of you when things get worse with Mercury retrograde. My mom says she's eating chocolate-covered almonds. Yep. You've got it. You've got the grounding down for that. So you want to make sure that you're looking for those lessons, and you're learning through it, and you're looking for opportunities for clarity, because we will have more clarity on things on the other side of this. Things feel cloudy, things feel confusing, things feel like we don't know which way is up right now, but on the other side of this, we will have more clarity. We will understand, and it's through going through all of this and growing through all of this that we get there. You also want to make sure that you are not taking things personally. People are like not in a great mood. I made a video, I think last week, about, that we are kind of surrounded by people acting like assholes right now. And that's still true. That's maybe more true. So, try not to take it personally. People are having a hard time. Can we love them anyway? Can we send love their way? It doesn't mean we have to spend lots of time with them or, be around that or allow that in our life, but can we send them love from afar? Can we, pray for them, whatever it is that we need to do, because people are having a hard time right now. And can we not take it on? Can we not take on more than we need to? If it's not your issue, if it's not your battle, don't get involved. Help people, of course, but don't take on anything that you're not supposed to, or that's more than you can handle. You've got to take care of you through this. This is such an important time for us to give extra time and attention to our self-care. So we want to make sure that we're doing that through all of this. So make sure you guys are saying hi if you're watching. I would love to hear from you. Let's see what other comments we have. Hi, Joy. Thanks for watching. Chelsea, make sure you say hi. Whether you're watching now or on the replay, make sure that you let me know how you're doing. How are you handling retrograde? We started on the 7th. So how's it going so far? How are you doing with all of this stuff? My mom says my emotions did indeed come shooting out. Yep. So yeah, it's crazy stuff, but it's purposeful and it's important, and it's a huge part of our life. Joy says, found out my child was lied to by her father, twisting a conversation he and I had. Not a happy camper about it. Yeah. Hi, Jen. Thanks for watching. Yeah, I mean, there's gonna be stuff like that. Stuff is with all of these planets. There's stuff coming to the surface, truths that are coming to the surface, things that we're starting to understand. Man, are we gonna understand things so well, though? And I guess that's the gift on the other side of this that we want to make sure that we're paying attention to, is understanding that there's a gift. And I really feel like there's some nice opportunities for magic mixed in with this. I don't feel like it's totally negative energy, and if we can even treat the things that are happening to us as redirection and as signs and things like that, I think that helps as well. All right, so let's take a look at what the cards have to say. And I would love to hear how you guys are managing all this stuff, what you guys have going on, how you're coping with it, how you're understanding it, how you're growing through some of this stuff. I think I see Jason's watching, and Jason was mentioning that he's going to make like a blanket fort, I think. I feel like that's an excellent tool for Mercury retrograde. So, these cards don't look really terrible, which is exciting. Again, it kind of supports this idea of that there's going to be some magic and there's going to be some clearing that's going to be awesome for us. And so that's exciting. So the first card that we have is the Eight of Air reversed. Okay, so this card itself says the illusion of being trapped, a lack of self-confidence, afraid to take action. So we are going to be feeling a little bit stuck. Right now is actually more of a time of contemplation, of exploring what you want to do, rather than taking immediate action. Let yourself feel it out. Let yourself take your time. But also recognize that you're not trapped and you have power and you can make decisions. And, so if you're feeling it and you're intuitively connected with it, go for it. Take that action, do that thing, because that means that it's the right timing for you. You are not stuck or as stuck as you think you are. You are not trapped. I have another deck that has people who are caught inside of a jail cell. That's the same card as this. And so they're caught inside the jail cell, but the top is totally open and it's not that high up, and all they have to do is look up and climb out. So can we look up a little bit? Can we trust in our higher power? Can we let ourselves be led out of this tough situation, this tough time, and be shown how we're not going to feel so trapped? So can we pray for that? Can we ask for that? Can we set intentions for that we're going to be shown? Six of Fire is saying that we are going to be victorious. We're going to feel like we have taken on a problem and we have been victorious with that. So this is feeling really, really good. So we're already figuring some things out this week through this retrograde. We're already understanding some things, and we're making some changes and figuring out some major life lessons that we need to figure out, and taking it on and going for it and handling it in a really successful way. And I feel like the people around us are going to celebrate that. Or if it's not the people around us, it's us feeling like we celebrate ourselves. And we really want to make sure that we do that first and foremost anyway, right? Celebrate ourselves, celebrate our successes, because quite frankly, everybody's busy and sometimes people don't notice or don't know what's going on with you, and you got to make sure that you celebrate yourself as well and celebrate those successes, because every time that you are celebrating that and you're thinking about how far you have come, you're being your own cheerleader. And when you are your own cheerleader, it's helping you to stay goal-oriented and focused and on track and pushing yourself, and you don't need anybody else to do that for you. That is a really wonderful way to connect with your own power. And here we have the Three of Fire. So this is just suggesting that, things are abundant for us. Money and resources and opportunities are going to continue to flow our way, even though we're taking this pause in energy. Things are looking good. We need to just understand that we need to be patient, understanding that everything happens in its own divine timing. And so if it's not happening for you right now, stay patient. Trust, if it's meant to be for you, it will be for you and it will happen. So set your intentions and let it come when it's the right timing. But this is suggesting that a lot of the things that we are working on and manifesting are coming our way. We just have to have patience during this period of time. Here we have the Two of Water, which I'm kind of encouraged by this card, considering that normally during retrograde, there are a lot of challenges related to communication, right? So communication is really a struggle during Mercury retrograde a lot of times. But this is suggesting that relationships, especially important relationships in our life, the relationships that are meant to be in our life, are going to get closer. And so maybe we have some arguments, maybe we have some stress, maybe we have some challenges around relationships, but it's an opportunity for these relationships to be closer. It's an opportunity for us to understand each other. And so can we go into these discussions and interactions from a perspective of, I really want to understand you, and I really want to hear where you're coming from, rather than just listening for the sake of having your next argument lined up, or whatever it is that you do that is your block in communication. Can you just listen? Can you just try to understand the other person's perspective? Because we have some really great energy that is supporting us developing closer relationships through these things. And then we have the Four of Earth. And the Four of Earth says, that we want to make sure that we're paying attention to how we're handling our money. We don't want to be spending because we're stressed out during retrograde and deplete our bank accounts, right? That's not what we want to do. But we also don't want to hold on to our money so tightly that we're creating an energy of fear around the money, that we're creating this feeling of, I don't have enough, I don't have enough, I don't have enough, when maybe you do have enough and it's flowing quite nicely. So really making sure that you're spending within your means, but not hanging on to that money too tightly either, because when we're putting that money out there, we are trusting that the universe is going to redeliver on that. But we also have to set some earthly boundaries on that as well. So just being aware and finding a balance with that, with the money energy. Here we have the sun energy. Again, an awesome energy. Hi, Aiko. Thanks for watching. And the sun energy is a beautiful energy. This is one of my favorite cards. This is a beautiful light, you know. This is us connecting with our light. This is us connecting with this beautiful sun energy. And the card itself says, happy outcome, brilliant and new ideas that lead to success. Have confidence in yourself. And I don't think that we have to wait until the end of this retrograde for us to feel this way. I think this is saying that through this week, we will have these moments of joy. We will have these moments of clarity. We will have these moments of feeling genuine happiness and trust that everything's going exactly as it needs to be for our highest and best good. And whenever we're trusting that, whenever we're just flowing with what's showing up for us, we feel more happy anyway, because we just kind of know that God, the universe, has our back and is taking care of everything that needs to be taken care of and is showing us what we need to do for our part here. And the very last card, and we pulled this last week, okay, is the life experience card reversed. Okay, so the life experience card I was explaining last week is the same as the Tower in traditional tarot. Not a favorite card for people, right? This usually means that your life is changing in some major and significant ways and you have a lot going on. It might feel like your entire world is crumbling around you. This card is here to remind you in the reverse that your world is not actually crumbling around you. You're going to be okay. In fact, I feel compelled to just say to you guys, can you just say that to yourself to get yourself through that? When you're having a hard time, just remind yourself out loud or in your head, I'm going to be okay. I'm going to be okay. It's okay. That's one of the things that I say to myself to try to calm myself down when I get really, really worked up about things. You're okay. It's going to be okay. Because you know what? Sometimes we don't have other people outside ourselves right there in that moment to say that to us. And when we can pull again from within and do that, that can be really, really incredible. So, and empowering. So can we come back to that and remind ourselves that we're going to be okay, and remind ourselves that whatever's going on is for our highest and best good. And so if it feels like it's crumbling for a reason. And what's left over or what's going to be rebuilt over top of that is what's best for you and what's going to make you happiest and is going to help you to live your absolute best life path. So those are the cards for today. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you want to learn more about me or about Clarity, you can check me out at discoveryyourawakening.com. And if you guys love this video, make sure you share it or tag a friend below if you think that there's somebody out there that could use these messages for this week. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you soon with another video. Take care.